Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay. There are bits and pieces of news that come on, or rather, those are published on UAE media. But then there are others which are not. And once in a while, when I'm going through all the news, I tend to get these nuggets out. Like, for example, this one. I don't think this was published in Gulf News or Khaleej Times. I'll put the links down below. What it says here is Dubai ruler gets a chunk of developer Emaar's in 7.5 billion dirham deal. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So Emaar will buy, Dubai ruler is said to become the second largest shareholder of Emaar Properties as a part of the 7.5 billion dirham deal, in which the real estate firm will take full control and development of the city. So Emaar will buy Dubai Holdings' 50% stake in the Dubai Creek Harbour project and finance to deal equally with shares and cash. So it said in a statement on August. Okay, I didn't see this news anywhere on the media. So this deal will make Sheikh Mohammed the biggest the investor. According to this, it's not clear how many shares will be issued or what is the stake. Obviously, they will not reveal all these details. But now what happens is Dubai Holdings, Dubai Holdings gives Sheikh Mohammed the power. Sheikh Mohammed becomes the big boss, and then all of it belongs to him. Now, how does this impact anyone? You can tell me if I'm wrong. If, let's say, Sheikh Mohammed is the biggest shareholder, he has, the say in the matter. He has all the power. So if there is any issue and if there is any problem, who are you up against? Are you up against that entity or are you up against the big boss? I think the answer is very obvious. Okay. Now, why did I bring this up? Because Emaar's this other project, the Dubai Creek Harbour, okay, which had made a big noise, that beautiful looking spiral shaped, and you must have seen those ads, and it has like it looked more like one of those projects that you make for your science fair, which looks futuristic but it's not practical. It's a very thin design, and it has these steel cables which run like this. I'll try to put a photograph and you can have a look. You just have to Google search Dubai Creek Harbour project. Okay, Dubai Creek Tower project. Yeah, it looked very beautiful on paper and on the illustration. Like you have that Saudi's line. It looks very amazing in graphics. The videos look amazing. The digital photography that they obviously made up looks beautiful. But can they actually deliver all this is the big question you need to ask. So that is why when I saw this news, I was not very surprised, but now it kind of makes sense. Emaar refunds real estate investors for the Dubai Creek Tower project, where one investor who, purchased it in advance, he lost $30,000 in the process. Now, for all the people who, whenever their project is announced, they're like, oh, I want to buy. And one of the reasons why they want to buy is maybe they buy it with the anticipation, I buy it now. Once it's completed, I can sell it for a profit. There are some people like that. Some others are like, oh, when it comes, I'm getting at a good discount. I can own this, piece of real estate, gold, as they call it. And then there are others who, may buy it and may want to sell it, but it depends. They just want to gamble around and see. Or last but not the least, maybe these people who have the money, they get approached with a great offer, like I'll give you 50% off or whatever. I'll give you this extra, that extra. So there are people with lots of money, unaccounted money, and then there are people who are businessmen. So this particular gentleman, he purchased this lovely looking piece of property, that is the Dubai Creek Tower, and he was given, all these hi-fi promises. However, this guy seems to be one of those genuine people who's not a big shot, because later on he was refunded when the project work stopped. See, Dubai, like Saudi and all these places, when they announce a project, they'll make it a big noise, like Saudi, how it make it a very big noise, futuristic city, Nemo city, that city, this city, and straight line city. Okay, it's going to go up to the moon and 1 kilometer in the sky and all that. They make a big noise. They'll feature it on all the exhibitions and all the Big Five and Property Show, and they will show you miniature versions, and there'll be professionals who will be trying to pitch in, and those fake actors and fake actresses who are paid money to show that they are investors. So it looks like, wow, so many people are buying. This is being done, and I've spoken to so many of them. Whether it's the guy whose face is pale, like, yeah, he always eye like this, and he'll give advice. You know who I'm talking about. I don't want to take his name. Or these other property giants. They have all hired actors and actresses whose job is to show that they have a box, a suitcase of money, and they're buying. It's not actually the case. And then obviously sponsored posts. Nowadays, sponsored posts has become a thing. Khalid and Gulf News, Arabian Business sponsored post. Oh, it's selling like hotcakes. Okay. So he fell for this, and he was refunded the money. But there's a big BUTT. But Emaar agreed on refunding the price. The investor just made small loss of $30,000. Okay, because he lost it in sales commission. The sales guy must have made nice commission and ran away. Land registration. You remember there was this young boy from Ireland who sold something and big commission, and he was giving big talk, and they took his interview. The way they showed it is as if all these young boys who come there make big commissions. Only one guy made. Like I always tell, exception to a rule is not a standard rule for everyone. Just because one person hits a lottery or jackpot doesn't mean everyone is going to do that. And nowadays you can see enough and more nonsense in the news where everyone is winning a lottery. It looks like, oh, I won 25 million, 30 million. My life is changed. My dear friend, use your bloody brains. How many people are buying those tickets? How many tickets are being issued? People are more interested in spending thousands and thousands of dollars in all this rather than doing something that is practical. They will throw logic out of the window. Like they'll say, what's the point of studying? What's the point of training? What's the point of coaching? What's the point of applying for a job? Because the chances are 1 in 4,000. But this is 1 in 1 billion. Yeah, but if I get, my life is, if you get 1 in a billion is, you're ready to gamble. 1 in 100, you're not ready to gamble. No, yeah, because this is a hard work. This is luck. Stupidity. Yeah, that's why with bias, you can't, you can't speak sense to someone who doesn't have sense. So this guy lost in sales commission, land registration waiver, deregistration charges. Wow, registration also there's charges, deregistration there's charges, and it's not the guy who announced the project, it's the poor fellow, the customer. Okay. I was expecting 4% Dubai land charges, 2% sales commission, 5% VAT, property registration, and some extras to get a maximum of 15%, but not 30%. Well, my dear friend, you just realized Dubai is a fine city, but it's not your friendly city. Okay. It's not known others investors have been refunded. Well, they would be refunded, but in the end, they would lose a lot of money. See, and the report then also continues saying that there are a lot of real estate brokers who keep using the same image of Dubai Creek Tower in their advertising material, luring other investors to purchase property, which is misleading. But then whom can you stop? Okay, the CEO of Emaar Properties, one of the real estate firms, also using these images, later defended the use of these images. All these images are provided by private sellers who have absolute faith. Oh, see the words, absolute faith in the master community of Dubai Creek Harbour. Our agents are 100% in compliance with marketing agreements and blah, 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 all this bullshit they will give you. Yeah, to justify their stupidity. Okay. See, here's the thing. Just as, for example, when a new phone is launched, let's say Galaxy Fold is launched or the iPhone is on, don't rush and buy it. And in properties, in buildings, they announce it, but they don't deliver. At least a phone they deliver. Now, if you use the example that I gave you with terms of phones, don't be the first early adopters because there'll always be issues with the physical hardware. Like Galaxy Fold, when it came out first, it had the screen was sensitive. In some cases, it cracked. In some cases, there were software problems. The second generation came, got a little bit better. Third generation came, got a little even more better. The fourth generation was really good. And I purchased the fourth generation. Where is it? Here it is. Say I purchased the fourth generation finally. And I'll tell you, I really love this phone. I really love this phone. It's damn good. And I never thought I would, from being an Apple iPhone user, I would like any other phone. I really like this phone. But fourth generation. And that also, I I kept at it for a year. I studied for a year. I kept looking at it. So if I am so cautious about a phone and I buy it, the fourth, the fourth creation or whatever, shouldn't you wait? I know what you'll say. Yeah, but property, if you buy it as an early adopter, you can sell it for millions. Yes, this greed and this style of thinking is exactly what these developers use. They use your weakness against you. They give you big stories. Oh, you can sell it for millions. Oh, the price will go off to the moon. What did cryptocurrency, the scammers and all these people, they hyped up celebrities. They hyped it up. Oh, it'll go to the moon. Buy it now. And when you all bought it, then they sold it. And then the price went zero. The ones who are early adopters, right at the beginning, 10, 20 years ago. No, not 20. 20? Yeah, when Bitcoin was just $100 or $900 that the Tahiti family, they purchased when it was $900. They made a run for their money. They made big money when it hit 60,000. But now when the price is going down, many people did lose their money also. So property is another problem, and it's another beast. They will give you the sun, moon and stars. But remember, you're talking of a property that has to be built. Unless it is built, unless it is ready, unless you have been there, seeing the finished product, don't put in your money. People are so stupid when they see, oh, the dredging has taken place, the foundation is laid. Wow, we are progressing. What happened to the mile-high tower of Nakil? What happened to Dubai? What happened to the world? What happened to that Palm Island 2, 3, the world and Eclipse? What happened to all that? What happened to Falcon City? I've said this so many times. The logistics city. In fact, Maktoum airport, which is completed. Yes, it was a success. It got completed. Who's using it? Remember how they were saying 25 million people will go in and out every single day. It was going to be dedicated for Emirates Airlines. What is happening there? Nothing. Go there. It's empty. Imagine the millions they have to spend just to maintain this. So it's all handy-dandy to mention. Like this Dubai Creek Tower. Oh, look at the spiral. Look at the design. Oh, all this. Yeah, I guess end of the day, some rich people have a lot of money and they only learn it the hard way. What to say? Sheikh Mohammed, if he owns something, if his name is associated with something, you cannot claim anything. You just can't. It's simple logic. In Sheikh Mohammed's own country, Sheikh Mohammed's own company, you're going to file a case with Sheikh Mohammed's own courts, with lawyers and judges who work under Sheikh Mohammed, and you're going to make a case on Sheikh Mohammed to get compensation from Sheikh Mohammed while being in his area. Come on, man. It's like, one of those mafia movies. The guy walks in, surrounded by all the guys of that mafia leader, and he says, okay, I want my money. The guy's like, yeah, in the movies, Hollywood, one man can bash up everyone. Real life doesn't happen that way. And now don't start, law, you compared Sheikh Mohammed to mafia. No, I'm just giving an example. Okay. You can take maybe a wrestler going to a wrestling match or whatever you want. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say. Let me know your thoughts with regards to this news, which I found pretty funny. Funny, the reason being is it was not mentioned in Gulf News and Gulf Times. I guess a lot of the news, where all this happens, it's either Bloomberg or Reuters or sometimes hidden. You have to dig it out. Let me know what you think of it. Were you aware of this? And yes, if you have any other news, please feel free to share it with me. Love to hear from you. It's me signing off. You guys take care.